From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. At Tommy Max, at my bar, of course. Brought to you by our friends at truckcrashlaw.com and The Carpet Man. We're talking skin line this time around. We're talking medical marijuana, and we're talking investing in mobile home parks. So let's get into it and welcome in the panel. Swati Gupta is here from Tozad Beauty. I got that all right?
Yes.
All right. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about Tozad. What you been doing with that?
Tozad Beauty is a holistic inspired skincare line powered by modern science. This is developed because I suffered from severe acne about 10 years back. And after a lot of treatments, a lot of dermatologist visits and everything, for 3 long years, nothing. And it was when my dermatologist told me it's adult acne and you will have to live with it forever.
Wow.
So I turned on to my roots, which is, I'm from India, and my father is a biotechnologist. So he practices holistic medicine. So he was the one who introduced me to this holistic medicine. And 6 months down the lane, I was free of it.
No way.
I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to talk. So I had to take Accutane back in the day. One of my daughters had to take it as well, and I don't like it because that's this very strong drug.
Very intense.
But, you know, I always thought, like, why can't we find a cure for acne? You know what I mean? It's like, but you sounds like you may have it.
I do.
All right. Awesome. That's great. Well, great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Very cool. Whitney Metzler's here. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the show. Our former Olympian, another swimming Olympian at my bar.
I know.
Fantastic.
It's a great area for swimmers.
That's right. Well, after you work out, you need a beer.
All right, of course.
I learned that very, very early. So what
you're
in the medical marijuana space?
I'm the Chief Compliance Officer for Insa. Insa, so we started in Western Massachusetts. We have a license here in Florida. And we're getting ready to open our 8th dispensary here in Jacksonville.
Awesome.
So right near the St. John Town Center. So we should be open in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Awesome.
Pending OMMU approval. So
and
we had everything going
You're
yesterday.
the compliance officer, which is a big job, right? Going state to state and
we're in 6 different states now, so it's keeping every state straight is what I do.
All right. And you said you are in the state of representatives in Pennsylvania?
So,
and you helped write the cannabis laws? Did you say that? All right.
So before Insa, I worked for the Pennsylvania House of Representatives for 12 years. I was the executive director of the House Health Committee, and that's where the medical marijuana law for Pennsylvania came through. So I got involved in the industry then. It's fascinating. It's amazing how much cannabis can be used to treat multiple different conditions. Like looking towards a natural way to handle it without a lot of the pharmaceutical side effects. So absolutely love it.
Does the hemp plant at all help, maybe? Does it?
Hemp is also natural, so yes, it does come under natural botanical extracts.
Okay, interesting. That's really, really cool. So Florida's medicinal right now, right? Eventually they'll, I'm assuming, be recreational as well?
I think they think every state is going to be once the federal government stops messing it up. That would be lovely. So we are adult use and medical in Massachusetts and Connecticut, and then we are also medical in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida here.
So compliance-wise, because the big thing with marijuana is you can't cross state lines with it, right?
Correct.
How do we get past that? Is that just going to take time?
You know, we have to make some changes in the federal law, right? And then you can start crossing state lines with it. You know, each state has different rules and regulations with respect to the types you can use, and then a lot of what we do, and I think it's the greatest thing about Insa, is that we spend a lot of time educating people.
Definitely.
Because a lot of people don't know, and they think it's, you know, just smoking marijuana or vaping it. There's so many things you can use: topicals, edibles. We're very well known for our edibles. So
helps for anxiety, sleep, skin care. We're finding out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
So I know PTSD is a huge thing with our veterans. And so we're working with the VA hopefully to allow them to use it too.
Great to have you on the show. Chad Freeman is here, MHPinvestors. Hi, Chad.
Hey, nice to be here.
So you guys are you buy mobile parks, value add them up, make them more valuable, and then put them in a portfolio and manage them. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for, man?
Since coming up on 6 years, I think. Since 2017, we got our first purchases. Been in real estate since 2005 or so.
All right.
And then I saw the economic setup that's going on in the whole sector with mobile home parks and jumped into it. Got really interested and made pretty good returns on what we operate now. And last year we opened a syndication, so we're raising some money and looking at buying more parks and hoping to get one under contract this week, actually.
So I worked with an apartment portfolio owner for almost a year. They were C-class. You know, that managing that C-class can be challenging. Is that basically mobile home park? Are they mostly C, B, A, or what?
It's hard
Does it really matter?
It's hard to label them like apartments. Yep. But yeah, I mean, you got that loosely. You know, you got people like Sam Zell, Equity Lifestyles. Yep. He's like real high end, all the amenities. We're just affordable housing. No amenities, just basic affordable housing where you go buy a home for, you know, decent home for $25,000.
And manage it the right way.
Yeah.
Right. That's the key. It's got to be.
We basically buy from slumlords or people that are mismanaging it, and then bring it back to life and turn the property around, make it safe and nice.
Right, absolutely. How do you guys get your funding? Do you do private investments? How do you guys pull
right
that
now?
together?
Yeah, for equity we got some investors involved and bank or agency debt.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, great to have you on the show.
Thanks.
All right, so let's talk as a panel. I'll throw a question out there, and you guys can just answer it how you want to. Biggest challenges in your business, and how do you get through them? Because every business is different, right? You're going to have different challenges, and how do you personally handle them and get through them and maybe find a solution?
So for me, biggest challenge is there are tons and tons of brands out there. People are scared to use new skincare products. There is not enough education. You know that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There's zero education. People are just following influencers, social media blindly. And it's difficult to get them to try something new, which works, because half of the time people are like, oh, we don't use this. We don't use any skincare. Yeah. So it's just getting to cracking that gap, making that gap and asking them to use it. You know, you're actively suffering from a skin issue and you are not using anything.
Right.
So.
Well, to build onto that, I mean, we have doctors that'll prescribe a pill and no one questions it.
No, exactly. And they don't work, for the record.
And
most of them don't.
If you want to look at something that's not going to have the side effects and not going to have some of the problems that you have, you know, and then there's all sorts of questions like, well, how do I trust that?
It's funny, like when I went to my dermatologist after the whole treatment of my own, he's like, oh, you're just one of those lucky ones who got it fixed.
No way. So. I don't believe that. And your own testimonial is all I would need to hear. You know what I mean? Because I always feel bad for people. And that's eczema or whatever it is. But, you know, it's tough to go out there in public when you've got a face full of acne.
Skincare, hair problems, they add a lot of trauma. And it's not getting addressed at all. So that's what we are trying to do.
Right. You know, give them a couple edibles from Insa, make them chill out, get them good facials.
Well, I mean, we have social stigma on top of it. You talk about a natural treatment and then there's social stigma. I mean, how many years did the government push reefer madness that was just
gateway drug, all this stuff.
While also holding the patent on it and issuing, you know, University of Michigan or Mississippi has been selling or producing medical cannabis since the 70s.
And you said about adults. Yes. We're not talking kids out there. We're talking adults.
Absolutely. Yeah, so, I mean, there's certainly, you know, when we passed it in Pennsylvania, there are children with Dravet syndrome or irretractable epilepsy that truly do benefit from this. It's absolutely amazing. But it is not the first line of defense for most parents to go to. And these drugs that they're putting them on for epilepsy are catastrophically damaging at times. So, you know, I'm so happy to be in an industry that is pushing a helpful, you know, beneficial remedy for a lot of different conditions.
Education's the key. People need to just learn more about it, and then they'll get more comfortable with
Absolutely. We're very, you know, our retail associates are amazing and how much they can explain and offer different solutions.
Definitely. All right, Chad, you get last. What you want to add to that? Go ahead.
Well, I had an attorney. And
I'm an attorney.
One of these could go many different ways.
He made this comment about a case we were having. He'd do it pro bono if he didn't work for a law firm. And he called me back. He said, remember that comment? Yeah. He goes, I'm going to do this pro bono for you. I just quit my law firm because we've opened dispensaries. I'm making so much money it doesn't make sense for me to go to work
really?
anymore.
As I say, it's so funny. It depends on what state you're in. If you're in an adult use state early on, great. But I mean, the regulations are so difficult and the licensing is so expensive in Florida.
Florida's rough. Ridiculous. I mean, I know, I've seen it.
Yeah, and then they just upped it quite a bit in the last year.
Yeah, some have an inflated value in Florida. So I know a group that tried to
Yeah.
It was like, he's like, no,
yeah,
I'm paying that. That's
no.
not
So no, I'm really happy. We're middle of the road. We're not a huge brand.
Yeah.
I mean, you could walk in the dispensary and one of the owners is running the cash register. We are Western Mass started, blue collar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Industry, and I love it because I like to work in all aspects of it.
That's cool. Chad, you get the last word, man. How about you just finding the right mobile home parks for sale? Is it challenging to find those, or are they? You want off market, right? You don't want.
The key
you don't
right
want
there.
to market it. I know that game. So
I was thinking about your question. It's probably just implementing systems for us right now and accountability and something that's regular each week and running like a machine.
Yep.
So we're trying to make that transition to growth and scalability from our own private portfolio right now.
Cool.
So that's where that comes in. But the off-market deals, we're starting to get a lot more of them. That's where it's all at, and then bringing on more money too for investors.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, keep up the great work.
All right,
all you, thanks so much for being here, and all the best.
Thank
all right,
you.
All right. Love meeting people at the bar, man. We talk about everything at this bar, and everybody is welcome to join. If you want to check out more conversations like these, go to iwannabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.